Hello! Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Theo. Just in time. Welcome, welcome! I'm starting a bit late today. It's probably going to be a bit of a shorter stream, because of that. In case you couldn't tell from yesterday's stream and from Twitter this morning, I got sick. It's not COVID, thankfully. I would have been very mad if I managed to get COVID 3 times over like a year and a half, but I was a bit sick this morning. I'm mostly good now, so I don't know what exactly. Like, my nose is still a little stuffed, but I'm feeling much better than I did this morning, which is why I felt like, yeah, I'm good enough to stream. But since we're starting a bit late, I'm like, there's no way we're doing Fire Emblem today. Fire Emblem takes too long. Even though I did do one of the DLC maps yesterday, so I should have a full set of emblems now. I think. Yeah. So instead we're gonna go back to SRPG Studio, because I have done a bit of work on my game in the background off stream, and I figured, you know what, I haven't had that much time to work on it lately, I want to work on it a bit, so we're gonna do that today. And I'm just streaming as an excuse to do it. Also because I couldn't think of like what games I wanted to do, so yeah. Yeah, I don't really have that much to say. Chill work streams are great, yeah. So I made a map during like my commute home from work one day. So I'm going to try making that today, and it's supposed to be like the first map of the game. And then I'll also have to try and figure out the stats and stuff. You don't appreciate how many numbers go into like an RPG or something until you have to make all of those numbers yourself. There are so many numbers, how am I supposed to figure all this out? Anyway, let's go over to this scene, I think, and I can show you what I've done so far. Let me unmute. Yep, that's desktop audio. Turn that down a bit in my ears. So this, since he Lost Legacy, the game's called Lost Legacy. It was originally my idea for a Fire Emblem fan. Oh, let me move my camera over to my upper monitor. Hey. So yeah, it was originally my idea for like a Fire Emblem fan game, but then, as I am prone to do, I got too attached to it, and I'm like, hey, if I made this a real thing, Nintendo would like, I'd get hit with a cease and desist. So I tried to make it my own original thing, and now I'm turning it into an actual game. So yeah, it's still just got the stock SRPG Studio graphics at the moment. I haven't had a chance to get around to trying to make anything original yet. I started on it. I started trying to do a couple face portraits, but I didn't get past the sketch. So maybe that can be something for me to do later today. Probably not on stream. On stream, I'm going to be, at least for today, I'm going to be working actually in SRPG Studio. Maybe we'll do a drawing stream at some point. Yeah, I've got all of the maps sorted out with like the boss for each chapter, as well as what characters join and like the general recruit requirements and such. But it's basically just a skeleton at this point. So let's start with making a map. So this is supposed to be the first map of the game. This is where our story begins. And a group of knights recruit the main character. Blah blah blah. Okay, so I'm going to have to sort of just fudge this a bit because like I don't have like custom graphics for what I'm wanting to do at the moment. So I'm just sort of having to figure out what is like a good way to represent it. They don't... Why do they not have fences? You'd think that'd be something to include in the default graphics package, but apparently not. Wait, I guess I'll start with like the roads. Because like most of the map is road actually. I deliberately like planned this one out so like the very first map fits exactly in the default map size. Hello Yuri! Hope your stream is good, I'll log a little. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm pretty sure it would be getting pretty late for you. So yeah, you go luck. I hope you enjoy your luck. How many across is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think. And okay, let me 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how far up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's how far across. Now we want to actually do this so that it doesn't just look like a harsh transition between grass and road. Do we have a corner? Ah. Is there not a piece for this little corner bit? Apparently not. Okay, we'll leave it like that for now. It doesn't really matter, because like this is going to be replaced with custom graphics at some point anyway. 3, 4, 5. And these diagonal ones. Ah, that's the wrong one. To be clear, I've never done this before, so if you're expecting any sort of professionalism, don't. There's just not a lot of good, like, pre-built graphics for what I want to do here. Guess that could work for walls, maybe? What did I use for fences last time? I know I did like some sort of fence type thing. I guess we'll use this. Like that, then 2 wide gap. down to the start of the fence. I know it looks like crap, but like this isn't how it's going to look in the end. This is just mapping out how it's going to be arranged. This is the top bit there. I'll just leave that for now. How am I going to make the big house? It's meant to be a big house here. Oh, that's probably what I used for the fence. Oh well, we've used this now. Alright, we'll use this for the walls. Then over this side as well. So I don't know how well this is going to work. We'll see, I suppose. Did I miscount? One, two, 1, 2. Oh no, yeah, that's right. Stick a door there. Then what do we want to use? What do I want to use for the roof? I guess this can be the roof texture. Don't worry about it. Then I also need a door here because this is gonna be like you go like once you enter the map, it's like, oh, the armory looks like it's still open even with all these bandits here, we better warn them. And so that's your tutorial of like, hey, go to the door, visit the place. But because of the angle, it's shown from the side. Then I mapped it out on my thing as rubble, but it might end up just being like some boxes or crates stacked up. Regardless, since I called it rubble, I'll depict it like this. Where is it? Like that. And I mainly just did that to make it like... to make it not just a wide open space. It needs to be something to break up the map a bit. Also, a couple flowers. Then... I do need to edit the... Not this one. What is it in database? I need to edit the map stuff so that like these actually behave the way they're supposed to. Just for the purpose of testing. Where is it in? Terrain. Terrain. Okay, so... yeah, this is street. Everyone can move across it. D-def, yep. All good. Then... what else am I using? This base wall. Why can everyone walk across that? I would not think that would be something they can walk across. No one can pass this. Because this is the wall. think the rest are part of the indoor. So I used this. This is now a no types can pass. And I think it was this one I used. Yeah, because these are all halfway. This one, no types can accept for sky. Have I set these move types? What are these? Oh, wait. Oh. Okay, so I'm dumb. So, empty should be no types can pass, floor all types, wall no types, carpet all types, but we'll change that so it's not carpet. Ah, cave wall. Yeah, cave wall's good. So you're good. Oh, so this we change. Make that wall so that we can't move across it. Okay, now we're understanding. We're understanding. And this is base wall. How does base wall work? Yeah, base wall is no one can move across it. Cool. Then this one. Yeah, these are all wall, which we cannot move across wall. Cool. Why does flower have a separate terrain type? Okay. And then ornament, this is door. How does door work? Door is no one can stand on it. Which works for this one. But this one I need to be different. So I'm just going to change this one to be like statue. Because statue no one can stand on, I assume. Yeah. And then door, everyone can stand on. Cool. So now the terrain should work as intended, and we just need to move people so they're not standing inside of a wall. Oh wait, shoot, I'm in terrain placement mode. These people should be this way. Oh, though I might have to rearrange them a little. Because I deliberately do not want Lilac to be able to get into archer range. Why did... Oh wait, no, there are only 2 archers there, okay. Because I don't want her to get into archer range in, like, turn 1. Because why does he have Luctane approved? Oh right, I was testing it out. How do I remove that? I don't know how, so I'll just do that. Ah, right click, okay, cool. That's another thing we're probably gonna have to do today. We're gonna have to make heckin' weapons. Okay, so if I just do test and ignore the overlapping audio. Okay, so Lilac, for some reason they have default of that, so let's edit that while I remember. We're just going to be jumping all over the place. This is how I tend to work on things. I just jump around all over the place on... Okay, so... Why did I set it to 6? I think I was going to do like... 5? And then, because he's cavalry, he gets 7. Or do I want to set that here? Parameter bonus. No, I'll set it in their actual... Where did his movement go? Oh wait, no, he gets 7. Lilac gets 5, and Bulk gets 5. So like, cavalry gets 7, infantry and flying get 5, armored gets 4. Then we'll worry about their actual stats later. Okay, then let's place the enemies. So I can try to figure out how I should be placing things to make sure that Lilac can't get into archer range on the very first turn. So this is... I'll just call them all bandit because they're just... These are just the generic unnamed bandits. Sure. So this one's supposed to be Axemen. Oh no, because they're bandits. They should be the bandit class. Then I'll just put in their movement as well so that I know what they're doing. So he should be weight, so he just stands there at the big house. Then another one goes here. Another axeman, or rather another bandit. I don't know if any of this is going to work. We're gonna need to test it afterwards. Why is my eye stuck closed? There we go. Then put this one in first. I don't know if the order you create the enemies actually does anything, but oh well. It's mostly bandits, but then you also have a couple of sword fighters and a couple archers to like teach you about... Well, the sword fighters are just there because like half of your army at this point is lancers, and the archers are there to teach you about flying units being weak to bows. Here. You know, now that I'm looking at it, this feels like a lot of enemies for like the first map. So like they all have 5 movement. Tutorial kill them all. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so like a whole bunch would be upon us right from the get-go. So I feel like maybe we get rid of these two so that it's a bit less oppressive for the very first map. Maybe even get rid of one of the archers. It's like let me quickly. I'm just thinking of like Fire Emblem Awakening's first map. How many enemies were on that one? Well, like the prologue, not the premonition. Oh no, there were actually a decent amount in that. But like, how big is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 50. So it's actually smaller than what I'm working with. But like, the enemies were all bunched up the back so that they then approach. So maybe... Well, let me bring them back. It won't. Okay. So I could just create them again, but... What if we put one here? We just essentially bunch them up more at the back rather than having them immediately descend upon you. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So unless you, like, full tilt run up to him, he's not going to be able to get to you. And then the other sword fighter, instead of being around here, can, like, sit around on this side. Maybe move this guy a bit over this way, just so, like, we're not immediately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, you're not immediately going into the range of that archer. Which spot does Lilac normally start on? Not that one, this one. Oh, did I not give him... His movement apparently did not save. I'm just trying to... Because, like, I couldn't figure out how to... During the previous stream, I couldn't figure out how to get it to, like, play a message when you select a character. So my thought was, like, okay, well, what if I just deliberately place Lilac in such a way that she can't get into archer range on the first turn, and then have the start of the second turn be like, hey, I see some archers over there. It's like, oh, Lilac, better be careful. And then that's your tutorial. Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? I have said something wrong here. Is this some default stuff messing with... Yes. Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do then, I'm gonna take the move off of here, and I'm just gonna set the move in the classes so that I don't have to worry about it. Oh wait. King class doesn't have to move. He just stands there. Same with the dark one. Spoilers for the final boss, I guess. Although obviously it's not going to look like this. Slinger, dancer, mage. This is all of the infantry. The class list is mostly infantry, to be honest. Then cavaliers. Armors. And the flying. Ignore the fact that 2 of the flying units currently look like ballistas. Okay, then we need to it automatically goes to edit map mode. Get rid of all of these. So theoretically now, yeah, everyone's got the correct movement now. Okay, so she can't get into the range of this archer or this one. Cool. So I don't need to play footsies with rearranging all of them. And they can't move through the rubble, except for Lilac. So you might be tempted to move her over this way, and then start of turn 2 they'll tell you, no, don't do that. But we can move on to this. So let's do one here. Sure, take a bronze sword. Well, this is just a placeholder at this point, but I'd still want to put something actually meaningful here so that I know what I'm doing when I come back to it later. Oh, not unit, NPC. And then you get a bronze sword, I guess. Auto events, that's the one that ends the chapter. rename it to this, and at the start of player phase on turn 1, no, there was one that's like highlight map location or something. Focus on location. So it does that, and then, although that might just, oh, thank you for the redeem sphere. Well, I don't know if that'll actually show something on screen or whether it'll just like move the camera. Except right now, there is no camera because oh, I forgot about my tea. Still warm-ish. At least it hasn't gone completely cold. Oh, and so that should work, I guess. Probably word things a little better, but that's fine. Alright, I haven't even thought about like difficulty levels yet, because I know there are like options to be able to like set difficulties and whatnot. I don't know anything about that. Then this one, so this happens at the start of turn 2. I don't know if you have to set both of those, but I do anyway. Eh. I should probably do the focus on thing as well. So like be like, hey, here's the dudes. I'll do both of them and then we'll see what that actually does. The only thing about doing this on my second monitor is that I have to then like move everything over every time it opens a new window. Then, There we go. I clicked on the thing, didn't I? There we go. Ah! That's not what I wanted. Ah, so it does like actually show it. Then we do that, and I'll have to change that so it does actually say visit. And we get a sword. Cool beans. Now none of these guys have weapons, so they might still approach, but they won't actually be able to target us. Of course, none of our guys have weapons either, so it's fine. I feel like there should be a way to just automatically set it so that if no one can still move, then end the turn, but I can probably set that through an event. And then it highlights the archers. Oh, actually, hold on. I just had a thought. I set the event to highlight the locations. I should be setting it to focus on a unit. So that if they've moved during that first turn, it'll still highlight the correct location. And I think I'm going to set these to approach range only, which I believe means that they'll only start approaching once you get into their range. And I'll do the same for the sword fighters, actually. Meanwhile, the bandits will just rush you. Okay, so we have a map, but in order to actually test how well it works, we need to actually be able to do things like fight and whatnot. And to do that, we kind of need stats. The thing is, I don't know realistically what starting stats should look like. Trying to finish my tea before it goes completely cold. Okay, let me see Chrom's base stats. So that... Okay, for a second, I was like, okay, level 1, yep. HP 20, yep. Strength 7. Did I just copy Chrom's stats? No. 0 res. I think we can afford to put some of these up a bit. Weapon level, I haven't really messed around with it all. That's something that's going to have to come from experimentation, I suppose. Ba-ba-ba. So I think skill should go up a bit. Speed should still be low. Noland is exactly a speedy dude. Put luck and defense up a bit. Resistance 1. Then we don't need to put anything in movement. And like these are probably fine, I think. He has a very low magic growth rate, but I think he should have some magic growth rate just because like there's going to be magic swords and stuff. Hold on. I'm going to hide my monitor for a sec because I'm going to open up my like spreadsheet that has all the data for the game, and I don't know like which monitor it's going to pop up on, and I want to make sure that it's not actually showing anything that I don't want it to show. Oh, it came up on the other monitor. It's fine. Okay. So if this is what we're... Let me take a screenshot of this so that I can use it as a reference for building the others. Since the others should probably still be level 1 as well. Aside from Trent. Trent is like our Jagan of the game, to use Fire Emblem terminology. I'll do Lilac first, because Trent's going to be a bit more difficult to figure out. Okay, I finished my tea. So Lilac is a Pegasus Knight, so she's probably going to be a bit more frail. Maybe 16. Strength should definitely be lower than Nolan's. Nolan's a strong boy. And then she's going, because she's a Pegasus rider, she's going to have some innate starting magic as well. Not too much, but her magic growth is going to be better than Nolan's. We're going to do that. I'll probably tweak these a whole bunch once I actually get around to like properly testing things, but you know. Oh, I put in the framework for support conversations. I didn't actually do all of the support bonuses yet. Oh well, that's menial busy work. That can be done off stream. And skill, I want her to have like higher skill, because I think skill is like it affects like your accuracy and stuff. I'm gonna give her a start of 9 and growth of 70. Speed, she should be fairly quick. So Nolan's a 4, she can be an 8. With a 65. Luck, she can have a 4. Defense, her defense should be fairly low. Did I really only give Nolan a 30% growth in No, you're getting that buffed. But higher res. Then weapon level, I don't freaking know, but build should be relatively lowish. Because Pegasi aren't good at carrying things. Build is like, I don't even know if I'm gonna use build. Oh wait, no, yeah I am. Because I was gonna have like certain weapon types that were heavier. So yeah, I guess I am using build then. I don't know how I'm gonna handle the growth rate for that. We'll see. Anyway, Lilac has her stats. Now we do Bork. So Bork's an archer. So he also shouldn't have too high of a HP. He has no innate magic. Skill should be very high for him. Like, I'm gonna give him a starting skill of 10. Speed can be kind of middling. Gonna give him a 6. Luck, I reckon Bork should have very high luck. Defense should be fairly lowish. Give him a 4. We are starting with a whole bunch of, like, squishy characters. Luckily you get a few Cavaliers in the... You know what? No, I'm gonna give him a 5 and then also a 5 in res. Weapon level, for now I'll just set this to 5. Since I don't know what I'm gonna do with weapon level. And then for build... Give him a 4, I guess. No, I'll increase Nolan's build. Like 8, I guess, just so that I can... It gives me more room to work with. Couldn't make that a 5, actually. And then Trent, we need to figure out how to... I guess I can base it off of, like... Oh wait, I didn't do Bork's growth rates. This is a lot to think about. So we have 90, we have 85. Bork's gonna have a lower HP growth. I really only... Hold on. I got above Nolan's growths. He's the main character. You have to use him. I don't want to make him garbage. Then... Yeah, I guess he can have a little magic growth. Just in case you want to use the magic bow for him. Skill, he should have a good skill growth. Speed, probably middling. Type of the story starts off garbage but gradually becomes strong. Then luck. I want him to have a good luck growth. Def, that can be a middling one. Res, a little less. And then these ones we don't worry about. Okay, now I gotta figure out what we're gonna do with Trent. Because Trent, I think, like, he'll still start level 1, but he'll have very good stats, but very poor growth rates. Since, like, that's generally, like, what his character archetype is supposed to be. So, like, if Nolan has 20 HP to start with, he'll have, like 28, I guess. Like 12 strength, maybe even a little magic. Just a little. And like... I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out things. He's a cavalier, so his speed should be pretty good. Is everyone else's speed 8? He can have 11 speed. Then his defense, we've got like 5, 3, 5. His defense... Is he a more defensive character? Yeah, we'll give him... No. I don't want to give him too much. Like, that clearly makes him, like... So he's not too strong, but he is very clearly stronger than everyone else, and then I can give him lesser growths. So, like, everyone's growths are for HP are around, like, 90, 85, 75. His is gonna be, like, around 65, so it's still decent. But it's significantly lower than everyone else. Strength's gonna be around 55, magic 5. So he's gonna... Like I said, all of this is probably going to be tweaked a lot over the course of making this thing. But I'm just trying to get a good, like, starting position, I suppose. So his growths aren't complete garbage. They're just less than everyone else to account for him starting with better stuff. Alright, weapons. Because I do need to give them some stuff. So we have the regular bronze sword. 30 uses. Hold on. Since I'm apparently basing these stats off of Awakening, might as well see what Awakening's bronze sword is like. Has 50 uses? Very low might. So, like, the way I have it, each of the weapon types, aside from staves, because staves are different, they each have, like, 3 main, like, weapon lines. So for the sword, you have, like, the regular bronze, iron, and steel swords. Then you also have bronze, iron, and steel katana, which are weaker but have a higher critical hit rate. And the bronze, iron, and steel claymores, which are stronger but significantly heavier, so only characters with a higher build can effectively use them without being slowed down. Alright, so... I guess we can start with this as our baseline. I'm gonna give a hit of 100 for the bronze weapons, just because they're, like, the weakest. Attack count 1, weapon level. For now, I'm just gonna leave all the weapon levels 0 until I figure out, like, what I'm gonna do with those. Effective targets, none. Skills, none. Users, none. Yep. So this works for Bronze Sword. However, Nolan's not going to start with Bronze Sword. He's going to start with Bronze Claymore. Because I kind of want him to be associated with, like, stupidly large swords. Right, so this looks fancier than it should, but that's fine. These are going to be replaced with custom sprites eventually anyway. Let me get a screenshot of the Bronze Sword stats so I can use it to compare. I'm going to make this and the katana a bit more expensive. So the weight is like double because it's a big sword, but the might is also increased. Let's make it 7. Still has 100 hit because it's still the bronze one. And that's good. And then, might as well, while we're here, complete the trio. Where'd the music go? Why is it so quiet? Still 30 uses. How heavy was this? 5. Let's make the katana 4 then. And it had 4 might, so the katana only has 2. But it has a crit rate of, let's say 5. And then I'm going to make this less expensive as well. Not as expensive as the Claymore. Then... okay, I think those are just the default stats. I'm gonna keep the bronze weapons mostly in line with each other. Okay, for now I'll just leave them with the same stats as each other. And then later I can tweak them a bit if I want, like, certain weapons to be, like, different from each other. Then Pine Bow, because the bows and slings, which isn't a weapon in Fire Emblem, but I did it to, like, complete the ranged weapon triangle. These ones, they have different names, but they're still essentially just bronze, iron, and steel. And sure, make it 5. Range 2, might 4. And then I should have I should make the stronger lances as well. Because, like, what's his face? Trent is not going to start with a bronze lance. Okay, so that can be Iron Lance. So iron will be 20. Or we'll do 25 and then steel is 20. And then, like, the special weapons can go lower than that. Make them 250, I guess. And it's a bit heavier. So it might have, I don't know, 8, I guess. But it's also a little less accurate. Oh, I should update the axe as well, because I'm gonna need to give the axes to the bad guys. Oh yeah, I probably should make the axes like less accurate, seeing as we're gonna have these guys rushing us. But that's something I can worry about later. Okay, axe is good. That'll work. Twenty uses. Not 800. Went from 4. Alright, might as well keep that up. Oh, and then I'm also gonna do... What was the axe? The throwing axe called? Tomahawk, I think? Yeah, Tomahawk. Just do this so that the boss isn't a sitting duck for Bork. Sure, this one will work, I guess. Wait, how much were these? 150, okay. It's going to have lower might, but has a range of 1 to 2. Also a lower hit. And I think right now that's basically all we need just for this. We have Cure Leaf, that'll work good enough. I'll probably figure out like items and stuff later, but for now just Cure Leaf, that works. Well, what am I doing? I should assign the weapons here. So switch that over to the Bronze Claymore. And you can also have a Cure Leaf. Trent will start with both steel and iron lances. No healing items. Lilac will start with the bronze lance and a healing item. And Bork will start with the regular bow and healing item. Okay, now we need to give the enemies their weapons. Oh, I need to do the enemy stats as well. You don't think about how many numbers go into a game like this until you have to make the numbers yourself. Now I'll just figure out the inventory. So these guys, the regular bandits, they... Secret boss in JRPGs actually stats. Right. Everyone just gets the basic weapons. I feel like maybe I should make the boss drop something, but I don't know what I want him to drop. Maybe I'll just make an item that, like, is just selling fodder. Wait, let me see. Oh no. In Awakening, they just... It's a dude with a hand axe. And that's it. Okay. So they're all going to be level 1. We don't need to worry about their movement. So I can have 20... Hold on. Let me get a snapshot of Nolan's stats again. Just so I can use that as a reference. Okay, so this guy, he's the boss, but he should still be weaker than Nolan. Because like this is the first map. This is your tutorial. Skill should be kind of crap. Speed, I reckon, about on par with Nolan. Luck 0. Res 0, doesn't matter. You don't have any mages at this point in the game. Or 5, and then I think 5 is enough that he won't be slowed by his weapon. So I should basically give all of these guys 5 just so that they don't get slowed by their weapon. Okay, so the generic bandits, they can have like 15 maybe. Now I'll get a screenshot of Newt's stats so I can compare them to him. Now that we've figured out how strong the boss is. Res of 0. Yeah, so we'll keep the stats consistent across the characters of the same class. Or the enemies of the same class. This probably would have been easier if I had done the stats first and then just copied the unit, but don't worry about it. That's it, right? Yep. Then I think I'm actually going to give... Like, for these guys, it's still going to be mostly the same for the sword fighters. But I'm going to give them, like, 1 point of luck. Just for that random tiny percentage of crit, potentially. They're going to have 16 HP instead of 15. It doesn't really matter, because, like, Trent will probably still just stomp them anyway. But oh well. Well, 3, 1, 3, 5. Okay, and then the archers. Archers will only have 12. Skill, they can have 4 skill. But they get less defense. No, not move. Weapon level. Eh. Okay, so that should be everything, I think. Let's test it out. Looks like the armory's still open. Better go warn them about the bandits. So now everyone can actually see they do in fact have range. Eh? Where'd her weapon go? Hold on. Oh, I set it over the same slot. Oops. Okay. There'd probably be like a sound effect or something accompanying that being like, hey look, there's a thing. We'll have Nolan visit. Then we get a free bronze sword, along with our bronze claymore. Gonna put him in range of that dude. Fortunately, as far as I'm aware, I don't think there's a way to, like, highlight all of the enemy range like there is in modern Fire Emblem games. Oh right, I left this in. That's like a little test thing to be able to test the support stuff. Hey, we just stomped him. Oh, and then it highlights the archers. Also, yeah, it doesn't show you like a prediction of how much damage it's gonna do. My man one-shots them. Maybe I do need to buff the enemy stats a bit. I'll have Trent go over here so we can lure these over. He missed. Oh wait, no, that was the battle prediction. Showing that... Okay, wait, so, yep, that won't be in range. I'll only do 6 damage, okay. Yeah, that'll be enough. And then we don't want to talk because that's another debug thing that I left in to just immediately end the map. Just wait there to lure them over. Oh, right, because I did incorporate the weapon triangle. That's probably why I was stomping those bandits so hard. I'm just trying to, like, get them. I'm playing the way I would normally play Fire Emblem. Hey, we got a level up. That is a terrible level up. Only got HP and speed. Okay. This is going to require a lot of testing. So there's no randomness right now due to the fact that the bronze weapons have 100% accuracy. That's fine. Is that in range? Oops. Alright. So, we have some knowledge. And this guy, he won't move, but he does have... So he's currently got his bronze axe equipped. But he'll switch to his tomahawk if... Like, someone... Like, if he starts the turn and, like, someone's, like, 2 spaces away from him. It's like, do I just completely stomp him? No, I don't. Okay, cool. So the only thing that, like, completely stomps right now, aside from Trent, is, we stomp the regular bandits. So I might have to do something about that. It's like, if I send him, he's just going to crush it. But that's fine, because that's kind of the point. He's supposed to be very good starting out. Kind of want to give it to Lilac just to see if we can get her a level up and see. No. Because he has weapon triangle advantage against her. Okay, so we won't get to see what Lilac's level up looks like. We did it! Map clear. End of chapter. That was just like me testing out ending events, I think. Oh, and then because I did the test conversation. We got a support conversation. And then it's the start of the next map. And look, there's 2 more guys. Normally there would be a cutscene explaining who the hell these guys are. But that's fine. Okay, so we made a map. We actually made our first proper map. And I think... Like, it seems like it's doing alright. I'm going to need to tweak the stats and stuff a little. But I think it's decent. Maybe. It's a decent, like, you know, test. Tutorial, that's the... I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm making this up as I go. Essentially. I'm not a game designer. But I think for someone who's not a game designer, this is at least decent. Obviously I'm going to need to tweak it a lot, but it's fine. It's fine. Then I will have to... So like, I don't have any other maps planned out, so I can't try and build them today. But that's something for me to do off stream. Is there anything else I want to do on stream today? Yeah, there is one thing I'll do. Base events. Talk events. Oh no, so like that should be in recollection events. Change background. I want to see, like, if I add a thing. So if I do that. So I'll just use the debug things now. Alright. Gotta go through that first. Talk to Trent. Add the bond points. End the map. Then if we do this... Okay, so it does get rid of... Okay, but then I also have to add an event to get rid of the background. Not animations. I know what I'm doing. Change background. None, maybe? Because I have an idea for how I want to do the sport conversations. Since, like, I'm not putting, like, a full character portrait on screen and it's just their, like, their face in the corner next to their dialogue, what I wanted to do was, like, draw, like, a little scene for them, like, speaking to each other or whatever. And then that'd show up on the background of the support. Okay, so if I then do this, placeholder, placeholder. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Alright, is there anything else I want to test out? I guess I can show off some of the stuff I've done before we end off. Because, like, most of it, like, a lot of the things are just, oh, this character joins at the start, this character joins at the end, this character joins if you talk to them, or whatever. Some of them, there are some unique things. Like this one. Where basically the idea is that you play the map for a certain amount of time and then either like it's either going to be if you make a certain amount of progress through the map, or it's going to be like if like at the start of a certain turn this dude just shows up and he joins. So we're going to wait, because at the moment it's set to start of turn 2. And then he does this. He rolls a boulder. So I kind of want to see if I can make that like an actual game mechanic, the boulder stuff. I think it shouldn't be too difficult. It shouldn't be too difficult for the enemy. Just have the boulder sitting there, and then if someone gets within their range, they roll it, and then all characters within that range take damage. But I kind of want to see if I can make it a thing for the player as well that they can interact with. So then potentially I can like design maps around using that. But yeah, that's a little fun thing. So I think he's the only character who has like a very unique start thing like that. And like this one is one of 2 maps where it's just like you have to survive a certain amount of time, and then at the end of like turn 10 or whatever, it's like, okay, I've made an opening, let's get out of here or whatever. Is there anything else unique? No, there's one at least. Where is it? It's before this, I think. Okay, it's definitely before Derek. I don't see them. I must have accidentally clicked and dragged. So this one, there's 2 characters you can recruit, but this character has, like, the story of this chapter, this character has stolen your wallet and is running off with it, and so you sort of have to chase her down. So alright, I'd need to like actually tweak the stats here. Anyway, so like here you can like talk to her, she joins your team, and then she can speak to her associate and be like, yeah, we're joining these guys. And so then everyone's joined up, everyone's happy. However, if like all the enemies get in your way and you don't make it to her in time, then she'll run up to her ally, and then if they meet, they'll run off with your wallet and you also can't recruit them anymore. So I thought that was a neat little thing. That's so cool, thank you. I was very proud of myself when I figured out how to do that. It's not that complicated, but I thought it was neat. And I think that's basically it for the more unique stuff. Oh no, this one! This one's funny. So this is the last character you recruit. And he's a grumpy old man who... He's honestly kind of a terrible person, to be perfectly honest. The only reason he's a playable character is like the world is falling apart and he's like, yeah, I'm not dying just yet, I'll help the good guys. But really he's just a spiteful old man who would never help you if it wasn't for that. So you have to take Irene here, who is a former associate of this guy, and go to his house and be like, hey man, there's monsters out here, we need your help. Oh no, he doesn't want to come out. Well, how about we try that again? Still nothing. Normally, like, one in the final version, there would actually be messages here saying like essentially encouraging you to try again so that you actually know to do it. Then on the third time, he finally comes out. And then he joins you. Alternatively, you can just like beat the map and then he'll come out and join you. But I thought, like, if you want his help during the map, this is how you do it. I don't know, I thought it was funny. So like there's a fair amount of characters who like, you can recruit them during the map, but if you don't, then they'll still join you anyway. But there are some that like, if you don't speak to them, they just won't join. And then there's also a lot that just like, oh, there's another one I can show actually. Where in the story is it? Here, this one. So you may notice, rather than just like being part of your army, this person's here grayed out. So at the start of the map, she's not here. You recruit someone at the start of the turn, like before the map, like he joins you in the cutscene, and then enemies attack. And then you start the chapter, she comes out. And so she's like, oh no, there's bandits, okay, I'll come out and I'll help you. My partner's still getting ready, but I'll help out here. So if you then go and like you win the chapter, you get rid of this guy. You win the chapter, and so because once you're done, her partner will come out and be like, okay, yep, we're here to help, I will join you as well now. However, and the reason I did it this way is so that she's like forced to be on the map. If... Hey, did I take that? Oh, I took the thing out. I took the debug thing out. Okay, so I can't really show it off, but... Actually, I can show it off. I'll just need to give this guy a weapon. So the thing... Oh, he's probably going to go after Samuel instead. Yep. Oops. Oh well. I can still demonstrate what I'm trying to... Go after her. There we go. Okay, so Kina falls in battle. Then we beat the map. We win, but Kina's partner doesn't join because, like, man, the contract was for both of us. You can't even keep her alive for one map. I'm not joining you guys. I'm not gonna risk my life that way. So that was the idea there. The rest of the characters are basically just speak to them, or they join at the end of the chapter, or the start in some cases. And then there's also a couple cases like this one, where like the character's on the map and you can speak to them, but they won't actually join until the end of the chapter. Oh, and there was one more, this guy. I guess I can show it. It's not anything particularly special, but essentially, this guy, Leonard, he's the boss of the chapter, but after you win the chapter, he actually joins you. Because essentially the story for that chapter is like, he's been sent by the people hunting you down to like get rid of you. But he's like, your story has some merit to it. Why don't you face me in combat? And like, if you can prove yourself, then I'll hear you out. And so you beat him, and then he'll join your party. So I thought that was a fun way to do it. Oh, and this one has two bosses. Because you remember the bandit twins from Fire Emblem? This is my bandit twins. Mick and Chase. Goofy ass dudes. Yeah, there's nothing too special about the rest of the chapters. Aside from the fact that this one has like 4 bosses and they're all like previous characters that you had to fight. Then there's the big boy. So I think... well, I did what I wanted to do this stream. I made a map. I made some stats. I think I know what I gotta do. So I think that's... oh, I should save. I think that's going to be the end of the stream. Let's go back to the chat scene. Oh, actually, first, I should mute this. So we're not getting overlapping music even more. Because we already had overlapping music when whenever I tested the game. Thanks for streaming, no worries, Theo. Thanks for tuning in. I'm actually feeling a lot better now. Like when I was considering like, do I want to stream today or not? Like I was still feeling it a bit, but like now it's just a little bit of a sore feeling in the back of my throat. Not like a little bit of a sick feeling, I suppose. Not exactly sore. And my nose is a little gummed, but like that's kind of normal for me. My nose is never particularly clear. So I guess it was just a very, very brief illness of some kind. I don't know. Kind of a shame that it had to happen on the weekend, though. Man. Anyway. I would like to do more streams like this, working on Lost Legacy. But that might have to wait until I've actually had time to like plan more things out, like more maps, maybe do some art streams or whatever. But also I want to finish Fire Emblem. We're close to the end, but I still need to finish the game. Man. Anyway, let me see who's online. Da 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 da. Is there anyone we want to raid? Oh, sure, let's raid Nyx. Nyx has a decent amount of viewers right now, but that's because he's doing like a special, or they're doing like a special stream rather. Apologies. I think they're still going, so let's do it. Almost spelled their name wrong. Ba-da-ba. So Nyx is currently doing like a I think it's a tier list stream where essentially, because their lores, they're essentially like they're the final boss of the world or whatever, and they're doing a tier list of their friends as like, how would you survive going up against me or whatever. So here's the regular raid message. Here's the raid message with my emotes. If that stream sounds interesting to you, feel free to stick around for the raid. If not, whatever. My next stream will probably be next week. I would kind of like to do some Friday streams just because it gives me more time to actually get things done on stream, but most Fridays I'm too tired to bother with it. So it'll probably be Saturday and probably Morgan Osha. So anyway, thanks for watching. Otsukame. Bye bye. And scene.